A woman never leaves a man who has these qualities. In the journey of human relationships, there is something deeply profound about the bond between a man and a woman. It is not merely a connection of attraction or companionship, but a delicate weaving of emotions, trust, understanding, and shared experiences. Many people often wonder what makes a relationship last, what keeps a woman emotionally invested, and what qualities in a man create a bond so strong that she never feels the need to walk away. The truth is, it is never about one grand gesture or a single defining trait, but rather a quiet consistency of character that slowly builds an unbreakable connection over time. A woman does not stay because of perfection, nor does she stay because of fear or dependency. She stays when she feels emotionally safe. Emotional safety is something that cannot be faked or forced. It is built through patience, honesty, and the ability of a man to truly understand her without judgment. When she feels that she can be herself without the fear of being misunderstood or criticized, a deep sense of comfort begins to grow within her. This comfort becomes her refuge, and the man who provides it becomes irreplaceable in her life. One of the most powerful qualities that binds a woman to a man is trust. Trust is not created through promises, but through consistent actions. When a man's words align with his behavior, when he shows reliability even in the smallest matters, she begins to believe in him, not just as a partner, but as a person she can depend on in every situation. Trust removes doubt, and when doubt disappears, love finds a space to grow freely. A woman may forgive mistakes, but she rarely stays where trust is repeatedly broken. However, when she finds a man who protects that trust as something sacred, she chooses to stay, no matter how difficult life becomes. Respect is another silent force that holds a relationship together. It goes beyond polite behavior. It is reflected in how a man speaks to her, how he listens, and how he values her thoughts and individuality. A woman does not want to feel controlled or diminished. She wants to feel seen and valued. When a man respects her opinions, her dreams, and her identity, she feels equal, not inferior. In such an environment, love does not feel like a burden, but like a partnership. Respect creates space for growth, and in that space, a woman finds reasons to remain deeply connected. There is also a unique strength in emotional maturity. Life is unpredictable, filled with challenges and moments of uncertainty. A man who remains calm during difficult times, who does not let anger or ego dictate his actions, becomes a pillar of strength for the relationship. A woman is naturally drawn to emotional stability because it gives her a sense of security. She knows that no matter what happens, there is someone who will not collapse under pressure, but will instead stand firm and guide both of them through the storm. This quiet strength is far more attractive than loud displays of dominance or control. Understanding plays a crucial role as well. A woman often expresses herself not just through words, but through silence, through subtle changes in her behavior, through emotions that are not always spoken out loud. A man who takes the time to notice these things, who pays attention to her moods and feelings, builds a deeper connection with her. It shows that he cares enough to truly see her. When she realizes that she does not have to explain everything because he already understands, it creates a sense of closeness that is hard to break. Another quality that makes a woman stay is consistency. Love that fluctuates, attention that comes and goes, or behavior that changes unpredictably creates confusion and insecurity. But when a man is consistent, when his care, his affection, and his presence remain steady, she feels grounded. Consistency reassures her that the relationship is not temporary, that it is not dependent on moods or circumstances, but built on something stable and real. Kindness is often underestimated, yet it is one of the most powerful traits. A man who treats her with kindness, not just in good times but also during disagreements, shows a depth of character that goes beyond surface-level charm. Kindness in love means choosing gentle words over harsh ones, choosing patience over impulsive reactions, and choosing to protect her feelings even when it's easier to not. This kind of behavior leaves a lasting impact on her heart. A woman also stays with a man who supports her growth. She does not want to feel limited or held back. She wants to evolve, to achieve her dreams, and to become the best version of herself. When a man encourages her ambitions instead of feeling threatened by them, she sees him as a true partner. He becomes someone who walks beside her, not someone who stands in her way. This mutual growth strengthens the relationship and creates a shared sense of purpose. Honesty is equally important. A relationship built on truth may face difficult moments, but it remains real. A man who is honest about his feelings, his intentions, and even his flaws creates an environment of transparency. A woman values honesty because it allows her to trust not just what he says, but who he is. Deception, on the other hand, slowly erodes even the strongest bonds. But when honesty becomes the foundation, the relationship stands firm even in challenging times. Perhaps one of the most meaningful qualities is the ability to make her feel valued, not through grand gestures alone, but through everyday actions, remembering small details, showing appreciation, and making her feel important in his life. When a woman feels valued, she does not question her place in the relationship. She does not feel the need to seek validation elsewhere because she already feels seen and cherished. In the end, a woman truly never stays because of material things, physical appearance, or temporary excitement. She stays because of how a man makes her feel on the inside. She stays where there is peace, where there is understanding, where there is trust, and where love is not just spoken, but consistently shown. A man who embodies these qualities does not need to convince a woman to stay. She chooses to stay on her own, not out of obligation, but out of genuine emotional connection. And when a woman stays because she wants to, not because she has to, that is when a relationship becomes truly unbreakable.